So to start off with then, me. Along with some of my colleagues, I'm ex-military, done a whole bunch of things that were quite entertaining, but probably best known for work I did in the intelligence community. That was a long, long time ago, and managed to get myself injured when I was serving with the army. After that, traveled around the world, worked in various places. There's been a lot of stuff I've done, seen and worked with. We then moved into the corporate world, and things came full circle and I got back into the technology world. Now that technology world, because I was working for some of the blue chip companies that were in the defense and security arena, that brought me into contact with security aspects. It's not a proper live if we don't have a phone going off. And from there, I got deeper into what you can do with technology. I'll say up front, I'm not a technologist, but I know some very clever people who are. So how did I get into this? Well, after running my own company with some partners for 10 years, which I sold out of in 2016, I then ended up not quite on the streets. We did okay, but I had to move on. And went through a time where I was just doing basic consultancy. And then on the back of that, I started GordAlex, which is our core company. And from that core company, we have grown GordAlex Digital Media. Now, GordAlex Digital Media is the bit I'm going to tell you the slightly odd story of how we got into it. So this is the true version. GDM came into existence with one of the guys who's here helping us with the filming, Adam, and myself, because we've been doing some advisory stuff around resilience, around appropriateness of people's social and digital media environment and the security aspects of it. And what actually happened was one of the managing directors, who was a client, looked at me one day and said, "Can you help me to make some money out of this?" I looked at him a bit strange. And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, we've spent all this money with you, making sure that our websites are good, our public-facing presentation is good and it's secure and we're not going to be vulnerable, we're not doing things we shouldn't be doing. But can you help me to make some money?" And so I asked a question that was pretty obvious and which you're probably thinking of, which was, why have you got it if you're not making money out of it? That's the whole purpose of it. And it became really clear there was a niche for us to move into, which was a lot of companies have got a social and digital presence, but don't really understand why they've got it. Somebody told them to. The marketing manager gave them some idea that they should have a Facebook page. And they're not really understanding what's involved in it. So from there, partly from Adam's skills, partly from some of the people I knew, and partly from some of the training that we've had with some of the biggest names in the business, and I will name check Ty Lopez, who's been invaluable to us. We got into the social media marketing and how to actually take value from it into our client base. Now, this was particularly interesting, it got really exciting, and it's an ongoing journey that we're on now. But there are a lot of companies that can do that, a lot of companies that claim they can do that. The thing that differentiates us and the thing that makes GordAlex Digital Media, GDM, what it is today, is that we kind of came full circle. In that, if you think of it, that we started from security, we went round into social media and digital media, and we came back to security.